in this motherfucker. Hey, shout my nigga DEMEGODTV though. Say the classic. You never know when a nigga got the strap on him. Grew up in the trap, that's what I rap on me. Keep a smile on my face with some racks on me. But they don't fucking know about this shit. About this shit, yeah. We don't know living this bitch. They don't fucking know about that shit. That shit, yeah. 2020 shit, we get it in. Hey, yeah. They don't fucking know about that shit. That shit, yeah. They don't fucking know about that shit. Hey, we the new wave in this bitch.
What's up, Dean family? Dean TV. Today we're doing a video and it's called "What if the Yellowstone Volcano Erupted Tomorrow?" And today we're gonna see what'll happen and what'll happen to us and what we need to do if this volcano erupt tomorrow. You feel me? And if you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share the video on social media. This is something educational and something how to, information, you feel me? And roll to 1 million and subscribe to the channel. I haven't done so already. Be part of the family, be part of the gang, you feel me? And check out the merch in the description box below also. And let's get into it.
Right now, in the United States, one of the world's largest volcanoes is gearing up to explode. It's known as the Yellowstone Volcano. And it's not just any regular volcano.
Really?
It's a super volcano.
Jeez.
If Yellowstone decided to erupt, the results would be devastating. But how bad would they be? Is there anything we can do to stop it?
Interesting. I want it is.
Would it affect the entire world?
Who knows?
And how would this change our weather?
Interesting.
This is
We gonna figure out, Dean family,
What if?
today.
And here's what would happen if the Yellowstone volcano erupted tomorrow. Located in Wyoming in the United States, Yellowstone has erupted 3 times in the past 2 million years. This has led some people to wonder whether
Wow.
we should be worried about another Yellowstone eruption in the near future. And
So it erupted 2 times. So what? So when they erupted, the people must be died. So I'm thinking like, So that wipe out the dinosaurs? And
in
that
near
guy was-
future, we mean probably in another couple 100,000 years. But instead of waiting so long, why don't we find out what would happen if the eruption took place tomorrow? If you live in North America, there would be virtually nothing you could do to prepare. Now that this supervolcano has exploded, well, first, what makes Yellowstone a supervolcano anyway? Well, apart from it being larger in size, a supervolcano also produces a much more massive explosion. Most of the time, when we think of a volcanic eruption, we think of the hot, molten lava spewing down, covering the surrounding area. Well, while that would happen at Yellowstone, and it is something you'd need to worry about, it wouldn't be the only thing. In fact, the lava pouring out of the volcano might be the least of your worries. Surprisingly, there wouldn't be much of it. At least not as much as you'd expect
Wow. Interesting.
from a supervolcano. That's because before lava leaves a volcano, it's first known as magma. But in this case, a lot of Yellowstone's magma won't be able to become lava. That's because it will be shot up into the sky, becoming
That's
airborne
trash.
ash particles.
That's awful.
And it won't just be any type of ash. These
That's kind of bad for the ecosystem and the air.
will be tiny, scorching little particles of jagged rock. Now this would affect nearly the entire United States and Canada.
Jeez.
Tens of millions of people within 1,000 kilometers of the eruption would die.
That's crazy.
If you breathed the ash, which would be inevitable in a scenario like this, it would form a cement-like mixture in your lungs, causing you to suffocate. Buildings would collapse as just 30 centimeters of ash
So
isn't
it's just inedible, this dodge. Like, damn, you gotta be underground for real.
enough to cave roofs in. And you'd still be in trouble, even if you were outside that 1,000 kilometer range. Experts say that even the east coast of the United States would be covered with 1 centimeter of ash, which would still be incredibly dangerous to our human lungs. Even parts of Europe would see some ash, maybe a light dusting, and that wouldn't be the only effect they'd experience. Apart from the deadly ash everywhere, the entire world would experience a temperature drop.
What?
The ash
Oh,
lingering in
cause
the
the
air
sun.
would block out the sun, resulting in significant weather changes.
Yeesh.
The global temperature would drop by 10 degrees, an effect which could last as long as a decade. The ash would also affect crops,
Damn, that's a long time.
water supply, and virtually everything else in the western part of the world.
Basically, we're just done for.
So,
That is
although
happening.
you'd probably survive the initial explosion, you'd eventually suffer the consequences of the ash. Whether that means dying relatively quickly or living long enough to experience a colder, harsher world.
That's awful. That's trash.
Luckily, you can
Hell
take a
no.
deep breath of ashless oxygen, knowing that something like this will probably never happen, at least not in our lifetime.
I hope
An
not.
eruption like this at Yellowstone would be known as a supervolcanic eruption. A more likely explosion at Yellowstone would be a hydrothermal eruption. This mainly involves a lot of steam and some rocks hurtling through the air. Although something like this would be bad, it wouldn't be nearly as scary as what we're getting here.
Think about it, we
A
rather
more
want that
likely eruption
steam.
at Yellowstone would be a relatively simple lava flow. In fact, since the last major explosion, 600,000 years ago,
Damn.
we've had nearly 50 of these eruptions and 0 casualties.
So,
We know one way to almost certainly get killed by lava, and it involves dropping your trash into it. But that's a story for another.
hope you guys like that Dean Found Dean. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video on social media. Comment below. Straight over to go to a million. Check out the original video. That being description about slow. See y'all next time. We out here. Bro.